I want to make one final comment about garbage collection before we leave this chapter, which is a relatively new feature. It's been around since Java 8 Update 20, and it's an option for creating more available space on the heap. The feature is called string deduplication. To use this option, you must be using the G1 garbage collector, and you turn it on with an additional JVM argument, use string deduplication. If you enable this feature, it allows the garbage collector to make more space if it finds duplicate strings in the heap. Actually, I think I might have alluded to this feature earlier in the course when we discussed string pools. So if you turn this flag on, what happens is this. Suppose we have a number of variables, each pointing to different strings on the heap. So these strings are not in the string pool, and they're not eligible for garbage collection because they have active references from the stack. When the garbage collection process runs, when you've got the string deduplication feature turned on, what the garbage collector will do is it will compare each of the strings, and if it finds two strings that have the same value, it will change the references so that all of the stack variables point to the single object with that value. In other words, making the second object available for garbage collection. Now, this feature is quite efficient because it uses the hash codes of the strings and it compares hash codes to find potential duplicates, so it can do the job reasonably quickly. But of course, we are running an extra process here, which does carry with it some extra overhead. So I'd say you'd probably only really want to consider using this flag if you know there's a good chance you're going to have lots of duplicated string values, that these string values are going to be objects that are going to live for quite a long lifetime, so they're not going to be garbage collected early, and these are strings that are not interned in the string pool, and you're in a memory constrained environment, so you really do need to find everything you can to free up available memory. I think that's not the most common of use cases, but if it is the scenario you are working with, well then this feature may be helpful for you. Okay, well that I think has been quite a heavy chapter, but I hope it's been a useful one, and that brings this section of the course to a close. In the next chapter we're going to move on to a new topic, which I've been promising you for a while, how we actually assess application performance in a meaningful way. So when I've been saying, for example, just now, you might want to see whether using string deduplication is a good idea or not, well, over the next few chapters, we'll be learning how to test the performance impacts of these kind of choices and others in a robust and meaningful way.